Are vampire devices wasting our energy? Well, welcome to Mark and Pete Live. I'm Pete the Clergyman. With me, as ever, is Mark the Businessman. So, what's all this about vampires, Mark? Sounds a bit risky.
Well, I'm afraid it is a very serious subject. Yes,
Mm.
UK households you could actually save an average of £147 per year. Why? Because according to British Gas research, it says vampire devices are actually draining energy. Now, this is a study that was conducted very recently where they actually discovered that too many households have a numerate number of devices actually in their houses that people leave on standby. So,
Mm.
unlike some devices where you actually unplug them, pack them away, and hope that you are saving money, one of the reasons this is really serious, folks, is as we all know, energy prices are increasing dramatically. In some cases,
Yeah.
they've doubled, in some cases, they've even trebled, and they seem to be going up and up month by
Yeah.
month. When will it ever end? So, here is the real issue consumers. What do we need to do to get better? And here's the thing remember, whilst you're trying to save money for yourself, think about this the plugged in parasite. Vampire devices are energy draining, deviously charged and always maintaining, while dead in the night your wallet is waning. Blood sucking utility firms are continually gaining. Yes, Clergyman Pete, there's always a winner in this. I
Yes.
ask you, how many devices have you got overnight running, draining
Mm.
your wallet?
Yes, well, all of them. I think I'm. You see, I think it's our cross to bear, really, that we
Hmm.
have to have these devices. If you want the convenience of electronic devices helping you through the day, reminding you of things, waking you up in the morning, massaging your feet. Well, not the last thing, but you get my idea. All the different things that
Yeah.
they do, providing entertainment for you, information, even being able to broadcast excellent podcasts and radio shows. Uh, well, if you want to, I think you end up having to pay out in terms of energy, which of course costs money. But if you're asking why they're left on, it's just for convenience. Who wants
Hmm.
to spend time powering things up?
Yes. Well, look, Clergyman Pete, I want to ask you, without sort of going to the study itself, just to get a sense of what you think that perhaps could be costing you a lot of money.
Yes.
So, what British Gas used average costs of wattage from different manufacturers, average models of devices left on standby to calculate figures. Now, it has a list, and I was quite amused by this. So it says, and I'm going to give you one just to give you a clue, that
Yeah.
TV clocks are up to £24.61 per year. That does add up when you start to then think of the other devices. It mentions about a number of other things. What, in your opinion, do you think could be energy sapping that people leave on? Let's see if you can actually guess at some of them. What do you think that you might have in your home that could be left on throughout the whole
Well,
day?
microwave.
Well, that's interesting. Now, it's good that you mentioned that. That's £16.37.
Right. Um, I suppose various chargers that I have for my
A
device, like
phone
a
charger is
phone or
£1.26. Yes. Yes.
laptop charger as well.
True.
All in
Yes.
one.
Yes.
Well, now I don't have one of these, but I understand a few people do. How about a TV?
Yes. Well, obviously the TV and the TV clocks is the one that I sort of mentioned because they're sort of
Mm,
related. But I was staggered at the fact that some people are not realizing that their washing machine, which is still
mm.
plugged in, yes, people do leave it plugged in, is four
Oh
pounds
yes,
seventy-three. The printer, yes, not everybody's
yeah,
got a
yeah,
printer,
printer.
but
Yeah, most people have a
people
printer.
£3.81. But the
Mm,
one that shocked me more than anything was a shower. Many people have electric showers, folks, and of
yeah,
course, yes, they do
leave them
have it
on.
on at £9.80. So the point here is that when you look
All
around
adds
your
up.
home, you're not actually realizing that these vampire devices are there taking away energy. And this is really something that perhaps people need to get better at. Now, I suppose that really, when we think about this, we're all trying to be responsible citizens. And is it just simply that we've got too many devices? We're reliant far more on the modern world, like electric showers and washing machines, etc. Is it actually, the other side thinking, well, we can't switch these things off? We need our alarm clocks to go off,
Yeah.
otherwise we won't wake up in the morning. Well,
Yes.
certainly you wouldn't.
But the thing that struck me, Mark, about what you said is it's not actually that much. I mean, I think that's a price worth paying for the convenience. That's my
Oh, now
I
here you
mean,
go, you see,
I
yes.
know people saying the general thinking behind this rather is energy usage needs to be reduced. Now, one of the reasons given for this is to reduce what's known as the carbon footprint. But carbon
Yes.
footprint is really just an attempt to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, like carbon dioxide. Now, we've discussed here on Mark and Pete many times how, in fact, carbon dioxide is not a driver of climate change, which is the main problem that it's supposed to cause. But even if it were, making the climate warmer is a good thing, not a bad thing. And we've discussed that before. And so for that reason, that wouldn't be a good enough reason for me to turn off all my devices when it's convenient. The excess pollution would have an effect, would maybe think about it. But what would really make me think about it, obviously, is the huge increase in energy costs coming our way because of the unrest in Ukraine.
Well, indeed. Yes. Yes.
So I think it's minimal now. The cost that you referred to just seems to me, well, that's reasonable.
Well, there's also a security issue, and I'm going to mention a few
Go
things
ahead.
that were not actually called out in my address to you, and that is things like lights, external lights. They are often sensor lights when it catches
Yeah.
criminals, perhaps. Cameras, here's another one, where again people will want to make sure that they're safe and things like that. Alarms. Now, alarms do need to be on 24 hours. So again, there are some things, devices that are energy draining, and they can, again, all add up. But I think that there is a balance. To your point here is that we can't just literally switch off our lives. So really, I think here is that we want to reduce our bills. But at the same time, it's and this is where I think that part of the problem is that more and more people are reliant on more and more devices. So they have mobiles, they have laptops, they have desktops, they have lots of other devices, they have game consoles. And if you think about where we are today in comparison to, say, 20 years ago, people had 20 years ago less devices. So they need all
Very true,
power
yeah.
and they need charging. So I think we've just become a very device led orientated society.
Yes, we have.
Device is the vice.
Yes, or a divisive society. Oh, no, that's
Well,
something else.
indeed.
Well, yes. What about you, gentle listener? Let's put this to you. Do you leave all your devices on? And the important devices that you should note are the ones that are on, but you don't need them to be on. I referred to a charger before. What if the charger was plugged in to the wall, but not into your device? It's still
Yeah.
using electricity. So it might be worth unplugging that or turning it off at the wall. But remember to keep things plugged in if you need the power to download Mark and Pete. See you next time. Remember to subscribe, and we'd love to hear your comments. So leave a comment below. A nice one. Bye for now.